de laatste vraag is, wat wil je laten worden, maar ook wat wil je echt ooit nog eens doen in je leven?
Ik wil in mijn leven nog eens een keer doen met dolfijnen zwemmen en ik wil later worden hondenuitlaat.
She would like to swim with dolphins and she would be the dog babysitter as her occupation. And what she likes also about the people is that they're all different.
Gezellig.
Gezellig. Gezellig. Gezellig. Gezellig.
I like this camera here.
So my name is Alex. I've been living around Amsterdam, I would say, for 32 years. So, and I've been working in the center for like 11 years. You know, I'm a tattoo artist myself. We're in front of a tattoo shop right now. So, you know, one of the things that goes with Amsterdam, it's like we're compassionate, you know, and we're brave. So, but also direct in a way. So it's easy to approach someone, talk to someone. Usually they're not too bothered to help you out or anything, you know. What makes people, I think, happy over here is just that you got a lot of freedom to do whatever you want, be whatever you want to be, you know. You can be and believe in whoever you want to be and do, as long as you don't bother other people with it. You know, you can do whatever the fuck, but don't push it on other people. And I think because of that, nobody really cares.
Dutch people are more reserved and more closed. Like, they don't show their emotions as much as the Italians do. Like, when they are upset or extremely happy, it's always kind of, you know, average in a way that they never exaggerate their emotion.
They are very sporty. They are all the time walking or cycling, and they have a culture for sports. That's true. Everyone here is having sport as a hobby. They do it since they are young. They are very confident, both women and men, and they are they speak freely of what they think and how they think, and they don't try to pamper anyone. That in that process they might hurt the feelings of some people, but they are quite direct in that way.
So it can be a bit of a shock for someone coming from Southern Europe at the beginning, because you don't know if it's like they are not interested or in getting to know you, or if it's simply their culture. They say they claim to be direct in saying things, which I agree they are direct, but sometimes there are better ways to communicate. To say the same thing, you can be nice or you can be a bit more rude.
I'm from Amsterdam, and I've been living here since 1964, when I was born. I think the city's very crowded. Yeah, too crowded. So, yeah, a bit it's more like amusement park. And that's a big change for the original inhabitants.
Officials in the Dutch capital Amsterdam have launched a digital campaign to try to reduce the number of British tourists coming in search of drugs, sex and alcohol, discouraging adverts like this one.
What worries me the most? Well, things are getting more expensive. It's already like too expensive, I would say, for any like self-employed kind of person. The bar of living in Amsterdam is quite high, so it's almost impossible to find something to rent for yourself. Everything is like shared, so you'll get these like tiny Amsterdam apartments, and each room is filled with like 3 or 4 people. It will only get more expensive, and it doesn't seem like people are getting paid more.
I am Alix, and one of the things that worries me is the state of the environment. It's really not going in the right direction, and I think we will have a lot of trouble with that in the future, and also a lot of people are suffering from it. And on a more personal level, I think time and being a lot on social media and how to manage time and connecting with people on a daily basis, that's something that keeps me busy. Yeah.
Not worry, but for example, we do live, so this where you're filming this, Vondelpark, that area, this area where we live, it's all very well off, and we came as immigrants with not that great jobs, and I know we live in a little bubble, and I know we're not the poorest, but we're the poorer people, let's say, in our neighborhood. And what our kids see, it seems to me sometimes it's like unrealistic. You have people that own houses that are worth millions of euros, they own clothes as well. So for our kids, they see all these things. And that was my issue when I also first moved here. It was like, oh, it's great, but it's so wealthy. And for me, it's just so foreign. So then when they're gonna have to compete with this wealth that we don't come from, we don't own our house, we rent it. Like for them to even move out of the house, everybody is expected to move the house as soon as they finish studying or whatever, get a job, but it's so expensive to get a house here. So that's my worry is how are they gonna find their way in a city that's so well off and we're not. I mean, look, Amsterdam, it's fun, it's safe, it's so easy to go around, you can walk it within some hours, you can get a bike, see lots of different things. It's rich in culture, in lots of little restaurants, in people, but it's also why we stayed here a bit, because it's such a nice community of people from everywhere. And that's why maybe also we didn't make that many Dutch friends as well, because you really meet people from all over the world, and everybody's here kind of for the same reason, It's comfortable, and yeah, it's also fun, especially if you don't have kids and you come here to party. It's a fun city.
That's also my question actually. How is it to be a parent in Amsterdam? For a part, I really like it because there are so many opportunities for children, especially when they get a bit older. And for their reference frame, yeah, it's so much more diverse in Amsterdam. So that's what I like as a parent to give to my child. But it's also more stressful, and I'm missing nature a lot. So it's always a choice about reference frame and nature, and I would love to combine those. Somehow we all want the best for our child, but I'm doubting a bit. I was raised by that idea too, that the higher your education and the more money, then it's better. And somehow, if you look at it from a survival idea, then we will survive in that way. But to me, I think happiness is more important, because the way how we did it now, I don't think we are living in a very happy world at the moment, to be honest.
I'm Gustav. I'm originally from Maastricht, from the south, and I live here since last August. And I lived for 15 years in Spain, and now I'm back in Amsterdam, in Holland. For my children and grandchildren, I'm back here in Holland. And I like the city because it is Amsterdam is a young city, many young people, and I love company with other people, to speak with other people, other languages. So.
He looks really shy, you know? You need another.
I was, I think maybe in my second year in Netherlands, the father of a colleague of mine passed away. I went there. I was dressed in black, like in my country. And then everyone there was like super colorful dressed. They made this beautiful ceremony, kind of like celebrating his life rather than mourning his death. And I was the only one crying. So that says something about how composed they are, and how acceptant are around this idea of the life is temporary and people are just dying.
Always welcome here, and it is a mixture of culture. And so also the religion is not a problem. I personally, I don't like people who want to expose their religion. Why should you show your religion? I think religion is something for yourself, not to show on the street.
Well, what I think is that it's true that Amsterdam historically it was one of the first to adapt and be open to other cultures. But I think now it's more of the difference between, there is a difference between tolerance and acceptance. And I think it's mostly tolerance right now.
I'm Luna, I'm 26 years old and I'm from Amsterdam and I still live in Amsterdam. And right now I'm doing a traineeship at the Dutch government at the Ministry of Infrastructure and Water. And I studied neuroscience, so it's a different, I took a different path there, yeah. I was 19 when I moved out. I don't know what you think is very young. I think most people move out at 18, 19. I suppose we are in that sense independent, but I don't know if that's the reason or the consequence. Because you're also like brought up with the idea that you're probably gonna move out at that age. And specifically for Amsterdam, it's not that common to move out when you're 18 or 19 because it's very hard to find something affordable. And if your parents already live in the city that you're also going to be studying, it's easier and less expensive. But if you move to another city, it's very, very common to leave your parents, obviously. I left neuroscience because I was like, I want to make more impact because it's very, well, if you do a PhD, it's going to be cool and whatever, but how many people are going to read it? So then I started at the government, like I want to have impact and help people and have a broader impact, but now that also feels like it's going very slowly if the government makes sense. So I'm still searching, but I think finding something that, voldoening is the word in Dutch, makes you feel voldaan. Yeah, I don't know the word in English, but just something, a job that will satisfy me in my need to also help people, but also like accomplish something for myself.
Yeah, financial freedom. You know, like I'm already doing something that makes me happy. You know, I already got to the place that I get to do something I'm passionate about as a job and come in every day and create art and make people happy through tattoos. So that part of my life, I'm already like happy, I guess. But yeah, like I said, you know, the financial aspect, everything is getting more expensive. So I would love to be like to a point that I don't have to worry about a thing, you know. But at the same time, I'm not too worried about all of that, you know. In the end, it's just money, it's just stuff, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so at the moment is to run my own massage business, open my own place. Yeah, and just work for myself and maybe make it big in the future.
It's a difficult question, but we've been thinking about maybe in like the next 5 years buying a house. Whether buying a house in Amsterdam is smart, seeing that maybe in 30, 40, 50 years this part of the Netherlands might not be above water. So in that sense, climate change is very, or at least like, I think about that, not only in terms of like the whole world, but also just like living here, right, underneath sea levels is, something to think about, whether that's possible for like my whole life. I've always, as a kid, thought of like I want to buy a house here, stay in Amsterdam, but I don't know if that's possible in like 50 years. Maybe we'll have to move. So that does worry me.
My name is Anna. I'm 37 years old, Italian, and I've been living in Amsterdam for 5 years.
And I'm Adriana, I'm coming from Romania. I moved in Netherlands almost 12 years ago. I thought I'm gonna stay 1 year and it's now 12. Yeah, for me it was the same. It's the combination of village, city. You have the lifestyle of a village where you go cycling with the wet hair and dress very casual and nobody cares. But then at the same time you have everything that you would find in a bigger city. And then cycling is definitely one of the factors. I don't know, the weather doesn't bother me that much anymore.
Yeah, the only downside is the weather. As you can see, it's July, and yeah, the food is not the best in the world.
My name is Sonja. I'm 63. I live in Amsterdam. I was born in Amsterdam and I work in the store. I like all the tourists in Amsterdam. I live near the center, so I live quiet. But when I walk for 30 meters, I'm in the Jordaan. That's a nice place in Amsterdam and near a park. So I like it to live in Amsterdam.
Still a little bit off your clothes, do it. Still a little bit off your face, mine. Step a little closer each day. I can't see.
I work as a masseur, massage therapist, and in my free time I practice, train capoeira with my friends. The people are nice. People are nice. In Amsterdam, you can really see like a lot of different cultures, and you kind of feel free. You are how you are. Nobody's bothering you. This is really nice. Gives you a feeling of freedom. In Poland, they like to be more together. Really spend a lot of time with the friends, and sometimes you just go to your friend. You don't need to call. You just knock the door. He opens you. You drink coffee. Even if he's busy with something, then you maybe help a little bit, but still you are welcome. Here you need to make appointment for everything, but it's also good. It's also good. Everyone has his own life. He's busy with his own things. It has also positive sides. Yeah. This is capoeira. It's Brazilian fight sport, martial arts. And the beautiful thing about it is that you do it with the music, with the flow. It's not static as other martial arts. It's really flow and improvisation all the time. Yeah, and you can do really crazy things with the acrobatics as well in this martial art.
My name is Joep Sins. I've lived in Amsterdam for a long time, since I was 18. I'm 38 now, so 20 years, more or less. And I work as a child psychiatrist here in Amsterdam. Well, I think Amsterdam is unique for the fact that it's relatively small, but it's still it has a big feel to it. No high buildings, no skyscrapers, so it has a warm atmosphere to it. Yeah, you can cycle anywhere, it's flat. And the history of it is of course unique, so the beautiful buildings. Living here after such a long time, I sometimes forget how beautiful it is, and then when friends from abroad visit me, I'm like, oh yeah, it is really a beautiful city. What worries me the most is that I think society, at least in the Netherlands, but I think in other countries as well, is becoming more individualistic. So people don't really mind others anymore, are more focused on themselves. And yeah, so society is not getting nicer because of that. Things are driven by money mostly, and not by caring for others. We're forgetting the most important things in life because we're all so busy surviving and making money that we forget to keep healthy relationships, make friends, do other things than work. Yeah. So I think that's my biggest worry. And as a consequence of that, there's things happening in this world, of course, climate change, wars, more criminality, more mental health problems. So yeah, I hope that we can find each other again, and that people, yeah, when you get to know people that are different from you and take the time to get to know them, then you notice that we're not that different from each other, that we all have the same values and the same things we enjoy in life, and that could bring people together again. But now at this moment, yeah, it's worrisome where we're going. Yeah.
It's about the war in Ukraine and climate change. That gives me stress. It's difficult to be happy when other people aren't. My biggest regret. That I don't. I studied law, and I don't search for a job in it because I was afraid for the stress. But now I regret it.
I've had a happy life, generally spoken, but yeah, I had my illness, epileptica. As long as your health is good, enjoy your health. And if that is slowing down, then...
I don't have that many regrets, I think. No, I'm happy with my life in general. Yeah, I've been lucky, I think, with the chances I've gotten, and yeah, the family I grew up in, especially seeing now how different and difficult other people's kids' situations can be.
My name is Sonne, I'm 10 years old and I've been living in Amsterdam all my life. Vind je van de stad Amsterdam en de mensen die er wonen?
Gezellig. En ze zijn allemaal anders, andere typetjes.
What he thinks of the city of Amsterdam is that it's cozy. I think that's the word. We have a Dutch word is gezellig, and it's a very typical Dutch word.
Gezellig. Yeah. Well, Dutch people always translate it to cozy or something. Well, it's I don't know. It's a warm feeling that you are inside with friends. I guess probably mostly in winter, at a wood fire, with a warm cup of tea or something, inside with friends, some candles on, dim lighting. That's what sort of gezellig means to me, with friends or family. Yeah.
And you have a party or something, and you are with friends, with good friends together, then you say gezellig.
The space you're in, or the vibe, or whatever is warming and just inviting a good time, basically. Yeah.
Gezellig. Friends and good food, flowers. Yes.
Being comfortable with other people.
Just going out for some beers, meeting people for some drinks. Or going to a party, like, you know, it's someone's birthday, something like that. That's usually gezellig, or, you know, a place where it gets gezellig. So that's, you know.
And the message to the world, relax and more meditation, and not so much argumentation. That would be my message.
Oh, be good to each other and love each other.
Don't bother so much about making the right choice.
You know, give people the time sometimes to, I guess, to introduce themselves or meet new people, or just, you know, have an open ear to stuff around you that's maybe different than what you're used to or whatever, you know, and you'll learn new things, and I guess new things about life, you know, that can show you maybe a different mentality and make stuff easier down the road. So, I don't know. Other than that, just enjoy it. Have fun. Don't be scared, you know. Get tattooed, get drunk, smoke some weed, you know. So.
Nou, ik ben Gustaaf. English is een woord wat je gebruikt. English. Ja, daar ben ik terug ook voor mijn kinderen en kleinkinderen. English.
Cheers.
The world doesn't exist without alcohol, right?
It makes it go around. Nice. Well, there you go.
Okay,
serieus.
Okay, serious. I want to be a professional hockey player.
I want to be Ronaldo.
I want to be a millionaire. I need to go first. Okay. It's a good place to grow up because there's a lot to do. You can do what you want. It's very free. And there's good school. There's very good school. And you can get a good job. I count.
Okay. What makes you happy?
My mom. Next question. Having money and give it to my mom.
Be happy and healthy.
With my mom in another land. With so much money.
Oh, it's still here.
Wow.